Welcome!
Yes, welcome back to our channel. A channel's name that will never be said.
Right here.
If you're new to this channel, what do?
We do pop culture philosophy.
Yes, which is a pretentious way of saying that we take a deeper dive into the art that we love, whether that's music, movies, TV shows, whatever. Today, Music Corner, we are doing Starset.
Yes.
Yeah, Starset, a band that we are both like obsessed with.
Yes.
I think I'm probably more obsessed with this band than you are, but for someone who doesn't like rock music a lot, like for you, I'm actually surprised that you actually follow this band quite a bit.
Yeah, I actually really love them.
Yeah, but Music Corner is basically me playing songs for my wife by bands and artists that mean a lot to me. And today I'm actually very hyped for this one because I've been really wanting her to watch this music video from Starset. The song is called Degenerate. It's off of their upcoming release, which I don't know when it's coming out, but the 3 songs that they have released so far from this album, Brave New World. It's a brave new fucking world. Degenerate and Toxic. Which actually we will be doing a reaction to Toxic because they just released an official music video, which I have not seen yet, but that'll be probably in the future. But today for Degenerate, I'm really excited for you to see this music video because I feel like it's going to be, I think we'll have a lot to talk about with them. But if you're not too familiar with Starset, look them up. They're a phenomenal rock band. They are very much about like introspective and big philosophical ideas. So right up my alley. But have you heard the song? I know I played the song around the house, but I don't know if you actually really like listened to the song.
I didn't really listen to it, so I haven't really heard it. So I'm kind of nervous. We're watching the music video.
This is the visualizer. They did release an actual music video, but I think...
What does it mean?
Well, a visualizer is just basically a whole bunch of visuals that represent the song. And a music video is like they actually went out and shot an actual music video. But I just feel like the visualizer kind of brings the song more of its life, and I think it tells the story of what the song is about a bit better than the music video. So I'm actually very excited for this. But before we start, just want to say thank you guys so much for continuing to follow us, like, subscribe, all that type of stuff. Like you guys have just been phenomenal to us. But yeah, so what we usually do is we just kind of jump right into the video, and we have, as I said, a pretty deep talk, and I feel for this one we're gonna have a pretty long conversation, so hopefully you guys will stay around for that. But yeah, let's get on to it. This is Starset, Degenerate.
Let's go.
A little bit of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Ooh,
Look. The visuals are just insane to me, man.
I know. Holy.
Man, I love this song so much.
Can you feel the violence? Do you wonder why? Don't fall behind, don't fall away. The wolves are at the gate. No one's safe. Down, 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 down. It's a race to the bottom. They fall round and round and circle the drain. Some hit 'em with a
I love that visual of the phone.
Yeah, following, yeah. To different ancient figures in the society. Ooh. That is so true.
Right?
The Dalai Lama.
vocals are insane, man, in this song.
Okay, it's Starset. They always like
I
hit
know.
it.
You know who that is?
Lincoln?
Yeah. Oh, I love this part. Whew. Wow.
Holy.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Even though I've seen that music video probably like legit like at least 50 times, I love watching it because it tells such a story with the song, especially about like modern day society and our civilization that we are in right now. But you know, since this channel is more about like you hearing songs for the first time, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I love it. I feel like this like new era of Starset is like definitely like my anthem in life right now. All love technology, but I honestly hate how much reliant that we are on it. And I can honestly feel like, because now that I have a child, like I can honestly feel that, you know, how bad it is, how much of a disconnect I have with my, you know, with my son when I'm on my phone a lot. And then I'm always conscious of how much I'm on my phone more. And so that's why, like, you know, this entire era of where Starset is going, oh my god, I am so excited for this. And I love everything that they have in this, like, you know, in this visualizer. Like, oh my god, how appropriate is it? For example, if like, you know, what they were showing, the people from the ancient old days, like the people that, you know,
philosophers,
yeah,
you know?
the people who like started it all for us.
Yeah.
If they have all the technology that we have right now, like the, like, you know, the food that we're discovering, the Amazon package that we always order constantly every day.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, like every day there's always like some reason why we would be on our phone.
Distraction, man.
Yeah, and then because of that, to be honest, like we're not like the people from the old days where, like, you know, we are thinking more, where we're creating things. And if that is what happened to them in the ancient days, like, you know, if that is what happened, then we wouldn't have what we have right now, because everything that we have, all these distractions, is honestly like keeping us from important things. And so that is why I really am proponent of not being in your, like, you know, be very conscious of not being on your phone. And that's why even with our child, we make sure that we're not, like, you know, exposing him to screens so much, just because like children these days are not living such a good childhood, because like they're more on their phone, their iPad, TV, rather than being outside and playing. And so it's really important for us to, like, you know, to just be more conscious of not being so reliant on technology, not being always asking AI, oh, make me a post saying this.
Yeah.
Like, think for ourselves, man. Like, these AI, it's so scary where we're going right now. Like, we gotta like think for ourselves. Like, we have to stop being so reliant. Technology is good, but not so much. It has to be, like, you know, with limit.
I mean, you know me obviously pretty well, but the rabbit hole that I've been going down like the last, I don't know, couple years now, like 4 or 5 years, is down the rabbit hole of like the ancient world, ancient civilizations. I'm reading more and I'm watching a lot more videos on like our past. And man, this video, this visualizer, this song it's like a mirror to our society right now. You know, this modern society is a broken society that we live in. And that's why in the visualizer here, it's so perfect because it's showing all of these wanderers, explorers, philosophers, you know, chemists, like all of these great people that were the foundation of what we are now. And if they had our technology, or if they had even like half of what we have, all of the vices that we have now, it would absolutely destroy them. Because, you know, back then, all they really had time for was to think and try to push forward civilization. And through that, you know, I think we are now in the era of convenience. And, you know, right around the horizon or the corner, it's AI, you know. And it's kind of funny because like the video, it does look like it's fully AI, which it is. But, you know, Dustin Bates, the lead singer of Starset, has said in one of his live streams, I think it's also in the comment of the video, that he actually went out and paid real artists to draw all the stuff that we are seeing in the video, and then they put all of that into an AI video. So it's good though. Like, it's, you know, AI hasn't taken over quite yet, but it is going to take away jobs in the music industry when it comes to music videos. And I kind of like the song, like the song title is so perfect as well, Degenerate, because with AI it generates, right? And it's almost like this song is saying, no, we need to degenerate, we need to break apart from all of the vices, from the chains that have brought us down. Because we are in the era of convenience, and through that, even though that is very, you know, like convenient and it helps us, we are losing our way so bad in our society. And I've been noticing this with like a lot of bands now, a lot of bands, like rock bands and even like just solo singers, they're speaking up about this. I feel there's like a movement just coming the last couple of years. Like a lot of people are speaking out and speaking up, you know, about our civilization that we live in, because we do live in a very, very brokenness. We live in such a disconnect, even though we're the most connected that we have ever been. But through that, it's just, it's fake, it's a facade, right? And you look in the visualizer and you just see these great leaders of our past world. Like, you know, you got Cleopatra, you know, you got Benjamin Franklin, Abraham Lincoln, you have Julius Caesar, you have Plato, you have all of these people that were the foundation of what we are now, that came up with the world that we live in. And again, if they had our vices, if they had our poison that we are polluting in our mind, our civilization would just go back to the Stone Age. And I feel like that's what's slowly creeping up, you know? There's been a lot of talk and a lot of rumbling about this kind of issue, especially when it comes to AI and just how broken it is and how much it is going to, it's either going to help us rise up or it's going to be the downfall. And it's kind of up to us to see where it's going to go.
Yeah.
And that's why I love with Starset, every single one of their albums tells a story. You know, for people that aren't too familiar with Starset, they talk a lot about, you know, the universe and like space, but they do it in a way where it becomes very existential and very much of like an introspective story. So their ideas and their songs are very big, but at its core, it's about the person and how the person will deal with these big ideas. And this song, and especially with this upcoming album, because their last 3 songs have really touched on this, right? It has touched on the state of the world that we are in right now. And I'm very excited to hear the rest of this album. But I don't know, man, I feel like something big is just on the horizon with just like the world that we live in, because a civilization and empire that we are currently in right now, it never lasts, right? Rome at one point controlled the entire world, and Rome fell, right? No civilization, no kind of empire can ever sustain for this long, especially the civilization that we live in right now. As he said in the song, like, we're turning back to animals, and it's so true. We're becoming so reliant on these vices. I know we keep saying that word, but it is a vice. It does bring us down, and through that we're losing our humanity. So it's a scary time to live in. Like, technology is just everywhere. Like your phone is more powerful than a computer. Like, isn't
Yeah.
that scary?
It is. And like you said, like there is a movement about this because it is impacting, like especially like in Hollywood, like it's
Yeah.
impacting the artists, like, you know, the voice actors, like
The animators.
animators, like
Wow.
it's just impacting, like, you know, the artists, the one that like actually think like making something out of nothing, because like AI is trying to just, you know, it's trying to replace all these things. And so like, and for me, like, you know, it has that lyric within that song that says, like, you know, you became the thing that you hate. I do understand that, you know, all these technologies, all these advances makes, you know, should help society to move forward, makes it easier for us. But I don't know if it's just me, but it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good not to think. It doesn't feel good to ask an AI something and not to think on my own, you know? And so I feel like, you know, I do understand that these technologies should be good, but it doesn't feel that way. And I feel like because of that, there's just something wrong with how we're advancing right now.
Yeah, there's like a void when it comes to this. Like, yes, this technology should be there to help us, which it is, but it's taking away our mind. It's taking away our brain. Like, you know, if you try to think of something, like just think of anything, and if you can't think of it within the first 2 to 3 seconds, what's the first thing that we do? We either go onto AI or we just go onto Google and we're like, what is this, you know? And you know, there was a time, like, I, you know, was born in the 80s, but I grew up in the 90s, so I'm kind of like in that middle generation of like, I was alive and I was living my life as a kid pre-technology, and then I saw the rise of technology. And I remember, like, you know, while I was growing up, I would be writing short stories, and I love to write, I love to think, you know, I love to like try to expand my brain. I used to read books, and through time, you know, I'm not just gonna blame that it's all on technology, but it is, like, to an extent, because through the convenience of technology to solve our problems, it's taking away us, it's taking away our brain, man. Like our ancestors, right, the Neanderthals and, like, you know, the Homo sapiens and all those people, when you like do your research and you figure out how much they had to do to survive and to live and to prosper and to go from like hunters and gatherers to like to more of a advanced civilization, man, like they really had to use everything, like their brains, everything that, you know, was created within them to kind of push forward their civilization. And if it wasn't for them, we would be nowhere near where we are right now. But we're taking it for granted because everything is just done for us, just like that, right? Like there is no time to think anymore now. And it is scary. Like, you know, you like try to have a conversation with somebody and they're immediately within the first minute they're on their phone. You know, you're with a group of people and, you know, instead of talking and expanding your mind or just, you know, conversing, we're on our phone. We're like a slave to our phone. Like our phone is everywhere. AI is everywhere, and it's gonna get worse. And like, you know, through society and through our world, like technology and AI isn't terrible when it's used in moderation. Just like when you eat fast food is unhealthy for you, but in moderation, you know, it's not that bad. But we consume so much, right? And we're not really using AI to benefit ourselves. We're just doing it, I don't know, like we're doing it
like to pass time.
Yeah, like to pass time, or not even to think. Like we don't even think. You know, at one time in our history, we were explorers, wanderers, philosophers, you know, and now we're just workers. And now we become so
we're so reliant.
Yeah, so reliant, but like so trained to work that when it comes time to like have some spare time, we're so taken back, we're so pushed down with our tiredness that we just, you know, we just start to doom scroll, and we lose ourselves in this world, this digital world. And it is a very scary time.
It is very scary. And I did live in a technological world. Like 5 years old, I already have a phone. Like at 10 or like, was it 10 or 12, I already knew what a computer was. Like, you know, I still didn't quite know how to Google stuff. I think at that time there was Yahoo or Bing that you can, you know, look up stuff. But then at that time, I never really thought how bad technology was. Like I thought at that time it was like convenient so that I can connect with friends, talk to them, or like search something up without like, you know, without taking out a big book from the library. So it was like that for me. But then now, just the fact that it's so easy for for us to ask an AI to make an essay, to write something for us, and then for us not to think about it anymore. That's just baffling to me. Like it makes me feel so bad for the younger generation now. I mean, like, yes, it is good that at least, like, you have convenience. You can think, you can use your brain cells anywhere else. But let's be honest, is anybody else using their brain cells anywhere?
No.
Because like there's TikToks, there's Reels and Instagram and Facebook. Like
our attention span has gone down so much. It's called the 7-second attention span. Like if something doesn't catch your attention within the first 7 seconds, you just scroll. And I've seen it. Like I'm not trying to sound like I'm pretentious, because I'm starting to feel that as well. But I love long form videos. I love discussions like this. It's so powerful that music is still that powerful that it can ignite a conversation, but we're losing that slowly. Like I remember playing the song for a few people at work, and the conversation was like a minute. It's like, oh yeah, that was a cool song, all right, what's next? And I'm like, man, what happened to us? Like I feel like musicians nowadays are modern day philosophers, and the songs that these musicians create is modern day philosophy teachings, and we're just like losing it. Like a song like this is literally showing us what our world is and what it's going to become, and it's showing just like the downfall of us. And yet it's just, most people are like, what's on the news? Oh, let's go look at the Huck 2 girl, right? Like it's just we're so, I don't want to just like put down what we are, but like, and we are
distracted.
Part of, everything's a distraction, and it's like we don't unite, we complain, but we don't really take action. And that's why I love music, and like a band like Starset, like they sing and write and create music with a purpose, and that's what I love about this band.
And they always hit. Like I love them because like they're the type of band that whenever they find their sound, it's always the same sound all the consecutive albums. Like like all their space ones before, it was all the same sounds. Like you can always tell this is Starset. And now they have a new sound again for this for this era of their album. And I love it. I cannot wait to see more of what they're gonna have for this album.
This next album is gonna be insane.
Like oh my god.
So excited for this next album. But anything else you want to add?
No, I think we've talked about so much about technology, and
this kind of topic I can talk about all day, and like we actually have conversations like this on our own, and I really wish sometimes we can record ourselves just talking about it, because and like for the people out there, like we should also hold each other accountable, and that's what my wife and I do. We try to like hold each other accountable with like the phone usage and just technology and TV and screen time and all that stuff. And I think if we didn't have our kid, I think we would have been more lost in it. But I think our kid is kind of keeping us in check, because the way we want to raise our kid is we don't want him to be solely reliant on technology. I mean, technology is important and it is going to be part of our life, but wow, like to this extent, it's actually very scary. So
yeah, and I think I'm so grateful that when we have him, that was the time that it made me think like, oh, I'm using too much phone. It's like, why am I bringing my phone in the bathroom with me? It's like, no, like I'm actually so conscious that every time I'm in the morning, I don't scroll. Like I don't scroll on Facebook, because that was like one of my weakness. I'm like scrolling in Facebook before I go to the bathroom, like before I shower. So so like we always like try to hold ourselves accountable for it, and we always try to be better. And so I think that is what we need as a society, like hold each other accountable. If you're going out with a friend or with your loved one, like I've seen a lot of couples do in food court, like don't be on your phone.
Yeah, man.
Like talk to the other person. Like you don't have to be on your phone to look for topics. Like just talk.
Yeah, we've talked quite a bit for this one, and I know we're gonna be doing Toxic very soon, and I don't like
I love that one too.
But I haven't not seen the music video, so I'm very excited for that. But we should probably wrap this up now, but thank you guys so much for watching this. Hopefully you kind of stay around for the whole conversation, because I hope this ignites something within us and within our community, that we can actually talk about this kind of stuff and kind of like hold each other accountable, because if we don't, man, like the great reset is going to happen and we're not going to be prepared for it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you.